Hey guys, this is Angie, also known as The Light. Welcome to my channel. Like, subscribe, and if you'd like to make a donation to me, my PayPal information will be in my description box. So before I start, I just wanted to address something. Yes, I know that with YouTube, I'm going to get positive comments. I'm going to get people telling me their life story. I'm going to get negative comments as well. But this one comment in particular stood out to me, and I've seen it before on other people's channels. And basically it was saying how my eyes, when I talk, were flipping back and forth. And that signified that I was a liar. That I'm making up these stories that I tell on my channel. And I just want to say this, and I've seen this before on other people's channel. Narcissism is a very touchy subject, okay? And when I created this channel, it was never in my intentions to really continue it and, you know, try to get thousands of subs or try to make money off of it. I actually started this channel because I said, you know what? I actually found out about the Jezebel spirit, aka narcissism, by watching other people on YouTube. And it helped me so much by listening to other people's stories, you know? And I said, you know what? I had tons of narcissists. My whole life was just surrounded by narcissism. I need to tell my story too, because maybe my story can touch someone. There's thousands and thousands of people on YouTube who have their stories about narcissism, and a lot of psychologists out there who are helping people. You don't have to listen to my videos. I only have about 700 subs. Okay, there are people out there, major people with thousands and thousands of subs that you can go listen to. So why waste your energy to stop on someone who has 700 subs to tell them that they're a liar? You're a freaking loser. And it's always a comment coming from, you know, someone who doesn't have a photo up, someone who doesn't even have a name to their account, okay? There's going to be people that you're going to resonate with. There's going to be people whose energy that you love. So there's some people who are going to love my energy, or maybe you'll love someone else's energy, you know? So even if you do see something off about, you know, a YouTuber, keep it moving. Why would you waste your time leaving comments on someone who you think is negative, you think is a liar? I ain't making no money from this. I'm not really getting much from this per se, you know, meaning financially. I'm not getting money to do this. I'm doing this because I want to tell my story, and I feel my story can help someone else, just like others have helped me. And I advise those of you who do have a story or multiple stories to tell it as well. It's not easy to come on here and show my face. I could have just had my voice recording. I know people who just have their voice recording when they're talking about narcissism because they're afraid that the narcissist will try to come after them, or family members, or they just don't want to be embarrassed. So it's not easy for anyone to come on here. When I'm talking to you, really, I'm talking to a cell phone or my laptop. I'm not talking to a person, you know. There's going to be some times where I'm sitting on here and I'm drinking my wine. So maybe I'm not going to be looking in the camera, you know. Another thing is, sometimes I'm not going to show eye contact because when I'm telling these stories have actually happened to me. And sometimes you're concentrating so hard, you don't want to slip up and say the people's real name. And you don't want to give too much information because you really are trying to protect yourself, and you're trying to protect even those who did you dirty, okay? So people who come on other people's channels leaving negative comments. YouTube is a free freaking platform. So that means if you know so much, why don't you start your own channel? Okay? This is free. If you want me to look a certain way and act a certain way on my channel, then go to my PayPal information and pay me. And I'll do whatever you want me to do. Okay, now, this is probably going to be a short video, but I just wanted to get that out in the air. Darn it, I want to shout out, I believe his name is Kevin Murphy. Okay, hopefully I didn't butcher his name, but I'm going to leave his YouTube name in the comments below, because I want you to check out his channel, and he talks about his story and his, you know, his experience with narcissism, and he's excellent. And the crazy thing is he doesn't have that many subs, so please sub to him. It is only a click, you know what I'm saying? Just sub to his channel if you can. He did a response video to one of my videos, and I'm probably going to add it to my playlist as well. Kevin Murphy. And so sorry, Kevin, that I took so long. I just forget. I need to write these things down before I even jump on to do a video. But I find sometimes the people with the least subs have these awesome stories of narcissism. So don't always go and onto people's channel who have thousands of subs, because some of them are sometimes, you know, talking crap. I have a cold, so I'm so sorry. That's so nasty, but I don't want to be on camera, you know, with my nose running on you. So if I wipe my nose, I apologize for that. Okay. So please check out Kevin Murphy. Hopefully that's your name. I know your name is Kevin, though, at least. I just don't remember if that's your last name. But I'm going to put his information below. And he is amazing. And he's been watching me for a while, and I go and watch his videos as well, too. And I think we have some similar story, Kevin. Okay, so I want to talk about today the way the narcissist energy feels. I mean, we have all this information about what to look out for, how they act, you know, but how did the narcissist, how do you feel around a narcissist? And I don't know if because I'm an empath, because I am really in tune with my energy, my spirit, my emotions. You know, I know a lot of people aren't. So maybe what I'm going to say to you may not resonate with you, or it may throw you off, but I want you to start getting in tune with feeling. Okay? Feeling. And honestly, I'm sure a lot of you who keep getting bamboozled by narcissists, you are a sensitive person, you are emotional, so feeling shouldn't be that hard for you. Okay? So my thing is, what I've noticed, you start to feel, you know, you get those butterflies, you're really feeling them, like in the honeymoon phase, you know. I'm talking about like friendships and relationships, okay? Because if you grew up with a narcissistic parent, there was no honeymoon phase, you know what I'm saying? It was straight abuse completely through. But I'm talking about with friendships, or like when you just meet someone, it's like a boss, or, you know, just a random person, maybe a stranger, maybe someone who's trying to get with you romantically, or a friend. I want you to pay attention to how they actually make you feel, inside, in your core. How do you feel? And this is something that through time, I started like thinking back, and I noticed that you really never feel connected to them. Like, you might feel like, yeah, we're close, but when you think about it, you're really not close to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything that you probably feel, or how you feel that you're so close to them, it's actually something that they created. It's a simulation. It's an illusion. You think that you're close to them, but when you really think about it, you start to feel that that reality that you're really not that close to them. When I think about all the narcissists that were in my life, I didn't feel like I completely knew them. You know, most of the time you're always sharing with them. I mean, they are talking about themselves, but you really never feel like you know the real, like, core of them. You know, it's surface. It's very surface. And they always repeat these stories. They always have only a list of particular stories that they tell you. Okay? And in the beginning, in the honeymoon phase, if you pay attention, they make you feel great. They seem like they're all over you. They want to hang out with you. They're calling you. They're texting you. And you're feeling really good. You're on a high. They're giving you all this attention. They're making you feel as if, you know, you're the bomb. Okay? But if you pay attention to how quickly that energy shifts, I've always noticed when the energy changed. They're looking away when they're with you. They're not holding your hand anymore. They start to drift back. So when you're around people, I need you to start paying attention to their energy, how they make you feel. Start paying attention to people's mannerisms, okay? When I'm in a relationship, I study my lover. I study them. And I think because I've dealt with so many narcissists is another reason why I study my lovers. Meaning when they get up in the morning, they usually, you know, will drink a glass of water and pray. But then this particular day, you know, they get up and they don't drink water and they don't pray. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, start paying attention to patterns, because narcissists work with energy and patterns. They're going to switch up on them patterns. Their pattern starts to change. Their energy starts to feel different. Let me give you an example. So, I remember when, you know, I first, was hanging out with my ex-narc best friend. I always felt like I was in this bubble with him. I always felt like when me and him were together, we had our own little world. You know, we were just, you know, just the two of us. You know, it was just us two. Like, he understood me. I felt like we became one. There you go. I felt like he was like my true, like, twin flame, and he was like my soulmate, but not my lover. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, they always make you feel like you have this deep connection that you will never ever have with anyone else, whether they're a friend or a lover, or even like your narcissistic parent. They'll make you feel like, you know, that it gets no better than them. And I always felt like I was in this bubble. So, you know, my brain was tuned to us having this great connection that I thought I had. But then after the honeymoon phase, like, dies down, okay, you start noticing that their body language towards you starts to change. Almost as if they're disgusted by you. They're bored. You know, they don't look at you the same. They don't acknowledge you the same. It changes. I mean, to the point where in the honeymoon phase, me and him were like hanging out in the beginning. He always wanted to take photos, always wanted to post it on social media. But once the honeymoon phase was faded out and he felt he had me locked in, if I went to try to take a photo with him, he'll say, no. And you go in your head like, huh? What? But they always like taking photos with me. What's going on? Or you'll cook for them or something like that. I'm just giving you examples. And the things that they thought, you know, that you thought that they loved. Oh, you loved my chicken parm. Now it's just like, this is just too salty. They start to insult you. And that energy just changes. You start to feel ugly and disgusting and unwanted and unloved through time. And you didn't even notice it. If you would have picked up their energy from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? You never really aren't close to them. It's just a mental game. It's an illusion that they paint. But if you was paying attention to the energy around them, you can't fake energy. That's why I'm trying to point out this whole energy thing. And this is how I could pick up fake ass people quick. Okay? And I've come across a couple of narcissists recently within, last 6 months. And it's like, they're admiring me. Oh, Angie, you're so pretty. You're so cool. Let's hang out. But that energy didn't feel right. The energy just didn't match the way they were talking and the way they were living. Just didn't match. Because honestly, I really felt like it was jealousy. They're saying, oh, you're so amazing. But then I felt the spirit of jealousy behind it. Pay attention to energy. Meditate if you have to. Pray, get in tune, but pay attention. And this is how you'll be able to pick up fake people and narcissists and toxic people. Don't always pay attention to what people are saying or, how they're reacting to you. Pay attention to the way they make you feel inside, okay? Sometimes butterflies around someone is your spirit giving you a warning sign. Get away from this person. And it's weird. I felt that so many times with the narcissists I've dated or narcissists I was friends with. And you feel like they're watching you. You feel like uncomfortable around them sometimes, or they're that kind of person that you meet and you're like, damn, they seem cool, but I just can't put my finger on it. That's a narcissist or a toxic person. Okay? You're like, everyone likes them, they're cool, and this, but when you just feel it in your core, like something's just not right, it's usually something's not right. Okay? So yes, we have all these signs and different methods, but they don't really tell you. Pay attention to how your energy, when you're around someone, do you start to get stomach aches? Do you start to get headaches? Do you start to feel nervous, or your hands are sweating? You don't feel good. When you're around true, genuine, good people, your body won't react like that. So even if your mind is playing on you, your spirit, your energy, your body, your physical body is going to react to negativity. And I believe scientists talk about that. So you can research that, okay? But that's the best way that I can put it in my own words and how they make me feel. Even when I'm around a narcissistic guy who's trying to trick me into dealing with him, his kiss doesn't feel good. It tastes good, but it doesn't feel good. You get what I'm trying to say? It's like, even the sex. There's like no passion. There's no emotion. It's just robotic. You know what I'm saying? When you're having sex with a narcissist, you're kissing the narcissist, even if they're handsome or they're beautiful, whatever, it's like you're probably getting pleasure from it because surface-wise, cosmetically, they look good or whatever. But when you think about it, you really feeling passion? No, you're not. When I think back to it, I never truly felt passion when I had sex with any narcissist. It was you. It's what you feel. And then afterwards, after the kiss or after, you have sex with the narcissist, you don't feel nourished. You don't feel refreshed. Maybe y'all have, but when I think back to the narcissists that I've slept with, I felt like drained. I felt sometimes dirty after kissing them, or after, you feel used. Because majority of the time, the narcissists, not to be nasty, they get their climax and they're done with you. Okay? They're not really in it to pleasure you. Sometimes, yeah, I've had great sex with some narcissists, but you can feel the control and they're just trying to gain some type of, you know, control over you through sex, okay? But yes, please pay attention to the way people make you feel. I don't care how much money they're spending on you. I don't care how fine they are. I do not care. Put a blindfold on your eyes if you have to, and sit in a room, and you can actually feel the way people make you feel. Hopefully this information wasn't too spacey or too spiritual for you, and you can understand what I'm talking about. And I want to hear your opinions too. How did narcissists make you feel energetically? So please leave a comment, and I will be reading. Peace and blessings. I will be making another video soon.